Hi everyone, welcome to today's class, which will focus mainly on balance and flexibility. So let's start lying down, pulling your right knee in towards your chest. Keep firmly planting your left heel down into the mat. Relax head and shoulders and just take a few breaths here, in and out through the nose. Pulling your right knee a little bit closer in towards your chest. And move into a twist, bringing your right knee over towards the left side, planting your right shoulder blade down into the mat. Send your breath all the way down into your lower back, lower belly, in and out through the nose. Inhale, come back to center and let's switch sides. So this time pull your left knee in towards your chest, extend your right leg down, pressing your right heel down into the mat. Relax your upper body here. Only using a little bit of arm strength to pull that knee closer towards your chest. Coming into your twist, this time left knee goes over towards the right, left arm stays down on the ground. Collarbones face up towards the sky, so only let your hips move here. Slowly come back through to center and rock up and down the length of your spine until you come into a plank pose. We're going to do a little bit of abdominal work, which will really help with balance. So in your high push-up pose, shoulders over your wrists. On an inhale, lift your right leg off of the mat, and as you exhale, bring your right knee towards your right tricep. And hold here for about 3 deep breaths. So see how high you can get that leg up. And stay really strong through your core. Right leg goes back and down, switching sides. Left leg up. Exhale, left knee towards your left tricep. Back of the neck stays long. Reach your left leg back, lower down, and send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Feet are hip width distance apart, palms are shoulder width distance apart. Inhale, right leg rises up, and as you exhale, bring your knee towards your nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, plank pose, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog once more. Exhale, shift it forward, knee to nose, and lightly step your right foot in between your palms. Lower your left knee down onto the mat. And as you inhale, right fingertips reach up towards the sky, coming into your low lunge with a twist. So focus on rolling your right shoulder down and away from your ear, staying really long through the collarbones, letting your hips sink down low, and just look wherever is comfortable. Reaching for your left ankle with your right hand, come in for a quad stretch. Lower your right foot back down and set up for your high lunge, so lifting off of your back left knee, arms reach up overhead. Take 1 deep breath in here, and as you exhale, bring your right palm behind you, left arm forward, twisting. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, open up into a twist, right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, center, last one. Exhale, twist it open. Inhale, come back through to center, and as you exhale, drop your left palm onto the ground, right fingertips stay up, coming into a high lunge twist. So keep your hips up high here, high on the ball of your left toes. Lower your right palm to the inside of your right foot, toe heel your right foot to the edge of your mat, and come into lizard pose, keeping your left knee off of the mat. Getting a little bit deeper into the inner hips, inner groin. Stay really long through your spine here. 2 more breaths. Then lower your left knee down onto the mat, come back up onto your palms, spin your right toes out towards the long edge of your mat, drop your right knee down and reach your right arm towards your left heel. So you should feel a pretty good extension through the left side of your body here. Make sure you're not bending your left elbow. And keep your right foot flexed so you're protecting your right knee, getting a little bit of a stretch through the glutes or maybe piriformis. Come back through to center, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog as you breathe in, and then hips go up and back, downward facing dog. And we'll do the same thing on the second side. So on an inhale, left leg rises up towards the sky. Exhale, forward into plank, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog, reach that left heel up. Exhale, come forward into plank, knee to nose. Inhale back, our last one. Exhale, come forward, knee to nose, hover it up high, and then lower your left foot down, right knee down, right palm stays down, come into a twist, left fingertips go up towards the sky. Make sure your right arm stays straight here, and that you're leaving plenty of room for your neck to be really free and relaxed, so don't let your right shoulder go all the way up to your right ear. Take one more breath, and then move into your quad stretch, holding onto your right ankle with your left arm. Make sure your hips are still sinking down really low here. Release your right foot down, come into crescent lunge, arms reach up overhead, and we'll prepare for our twist on the second side. Exhale, left fingertips back, right fingertips forward. Inhale, center. Exhale, open up towards your left thigh. Inhale, come back through, our last one. Exhale, open up the arms, twist it out. Come back through to center. Lower your right palm down onto the mat, left arm stays up, come into your high lunge twist. Stay high on the ball of your back toes here. Look wherever is comfortable. Be really careful with your neck here. Lower your left palm down to the inside of your left foot, coming into lizard pose. Keep your right knee off of the mat for an extra challenge. You can stay on your palms or lower down onto your forearms. Another 2 breaths or so here. Stay high on the ball of your right toes. Right knee stays off of the mat. Strong through your core. And then lower your right knee down onto the mat. Pivot your left toes out towards the long edge of your mat. Start dropping your left knee down, reaching your left arm towards the back of your mat. Stay really long through the right side of your body. Right arm is straight. Flex your left foot, trying to get a little bit of a stretch through the left side of your hip. One more breath here, and then slowly come back through to center and move through your vinyasa, plank pose. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and as you exhale, come back into downward facing dog. And this time, inhale, right leg rises up towards the sky, and then shift forward, right knee towards your right tricep. Keep your hips low. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Inhale, send it back. Last one. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Come back into your three-legged dog, and this time look forward. Step your right foot in between your palms, high on the ball of your left toes. High lunge. Both arms reach up overhead. Keep your shoulders stacked directly over top of your hips here, and we'll interlace our fingers behind our sacrum, rolling your shoulders up and back and coming into a little bit of a back bend. Start to shift your gaze up. Chest faces up towards the sky, and then leaning forward, find your balance, kicking up warrior 3. Left leg rises up. Don't let your heart go lower than your hips here. This is not an inversion. And keep sending your knuckles towards your left heel, lifting them off of your sacrum. Keep rolling that left hip down so both stay even. Squeezing your shoulder blades behind your back. And then reach your arms up alongside your ears. Stay really active through your lower belly here, protecting your lower back. And come to standing, bringing your left leg with you. Keep your left leg straight, toes point up. Firmly plant down through your right foot here. Stay really active. And then hook your left ankle over your right knee and sit down low in your chair. Palms can stay at heart center. Keep lengthening your tailbone down towards the ground so there's no curve in your lower back. And sink down as low as you can, making sure your left foot stays flexed the entire time to protect your knee. Maintain your balance here. Rise up. Hold on to your left ankle with your left hand. We're coming into dancer's pose. Right arm reaches up. Slowly start to kick your left leg back. Your chest will come down forward a little bit, but you don't want to tip all the way down. Really focus on sending your left leg up and back. Focus on something that is not moving. Stay with your breath. Slowly come back through to center, hugging your left knee in towards your chest. We're almost done on this side. And then with control, step back into your crescent lunge. Arms reach up overhead. Inhale. And then exhale, vinyasa, plank pose as you breathe in. Chaturanga on the exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Same thing on the other side. Left leg rises up, breathe in. And then exhale your left knee towards your left tricep. Keep your hips down low. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, forward into plank. Left knee to left tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Last one. Exhale, left knee towards your left tricep. Send your left heel up towards the sky and then step in between your palms to the top of the mat. Crescent lunge. Both arms reach up overhead. Keep curling your tailbone under here, and we'll interlace our fingers once more behind our sacrum, but maybe interlace them the more unusual way. Rolling your shoulders away from your ears, come into your back bend. Start leaning forward, find your focus. Step on up into warrior three. Right leg lifts off of the ground. Right toes point down. Right hip rolls down. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind your back and see if you can lift your knuckles off of your sacrum. Keep your wrists together, strong through your left leg here. Take one more really deep breath. And then release your palms, bring them up, biceps along the ears. With control, move up, bringing your right leg with you. Right leg is straight, right toes point up. Belly button hugs in. And then you're going to bring your right ankle to the top or just above your left knee, sinking down into your modified chair pose. Take a few breaths here. Palms stay at heart center. Chest is still lifting up. And then slowly start to straighten your left leg again, and we'll be coming into dancer's pose. So you'll be grabbing your right ankle with your right palm. Extend and reach through your left arm as you slowly start to kick your right leg back, getting your right foot up as high as you can without tipping over through your chest too much. Keep your gaze steady. Make sure you're not holding your breath here. Slowly come back through to center. Pull your right knee in towards your chest. Give one last big squeeze, and then with control, start to step back into your crescent lunge. Arms reach up overhead and move into your vinyasa. Plank pose into chaturanga, upward facing dog, and back into downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward into plank. And as you exhale, go back into downward facing dog. We'll do that 4 more times. Inhale, slowly into plank, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, hips go up and back, downward dog. Inhale, come forward, roll through your spine here. Exhale, back into downward dog. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last one. Come forward into plank. Chaturanga this time. Upward facing dog, and then back into downward dog. Right leg rises up as you inhale, and then bring your right knee towards your left tricep. Inhale, send it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, come forward, right knee to left tricep into a twist. Inhale back. Exhale, last one, right knee, left tricep. Send your right leg up and back, and then step your right foot forward in between your palms. Spin your back heel down at a 45-degree angle, and we'll stay in pyramid pose here. So keep a flat back to start off with, and make sure you're pulling your right hip back, left hip forward. Your fingertips can stay down onto the mat or holding onto your calf, and then start to fold down, rounding down a little bit through the spine. Send your breath all the way down to your right hamstrings or wherever you feel the stretch the most here. Let your head be relaxed. No tension through the neck. Slowly start to bend into your right knee, come back into your lunge here, and then hold on to your right toes with your 2 pinky fingers and slowly transition into side plank, extending your right leg up towards the sky. One more breath, and then lower your right foot back down onto the mat, come into pigeon pose, right ankle behind your left wrist, reach your left leg back, and either stay up high or start to fold down. And we'll take a good 5 to 10 breaths in this pose. So you want to make sure that your hips are even here. You're not leaning on one side more than the other. Melting head and chest down onto the mat. Start to slow down your breathing in and out through the nose. And slowly keep releasing through that right hip. Start making your way back up. Take your time coming back into downward facing dog, and we'll go ahead and do the same thing on the second side. So this time left leg rises up towards the sky, 3-legged dog, and as you exhale, your left knee goes towards your right tricep, twisting. Inhale, sends it back. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. Last one. Inhale to send it back. And then slowly step your left foot forward in between your palms. Spin your back heel down at a 45-degree angle. Pyramid pose on the second side. Start with a flat back just so you can find your alignment. And then once you're settled into the pose, you can start to round your back and fold down onto your left leg. Just keep reminding your left hip to hug back, right hip to pull forward. Stay grounded through all 4 corners of both feet. Start bending into your left knee, hold on to your left big toe with your left palm, and make your way into side plank. Extending and reaching your left toes up towards the sky and holding on to that left foot firmly with your left palm. One more breath. And then carefully start to bring your left foot back down onto the mat. So you're back into your lunge pose, coming into pigeon pose. Left foot goes behind your right wrist. Sink your hips down and slowly start to melt your head and chest down onto the mat. Again, making sure that you're not leaning on one hip more than the other. Try to keep your body weight evenly distributed here. And see if you can use your breath to try to make this pose a little bit more comfortable. We're only here for about 3 more breaths. Slowly start to lift your head and chest back up, and we come into our last downward facing dog of the day. Lower your knees back down onto the mat and come over onto your back. We'll do the reverse plank, so keep your palms underneath your shoulders, fingers pointing towards your heels, and slowly start to lift your hips off of the mat. Keep your feet grounded down on the ground. Neck stays neutral, so you're just gently looking up or maybe tucking your chin in a little bit. 2 more breaths. And exhale to lower your hips back down. Come down onto your back, knees are bent, feet are hip width distance apart. We'll come into wheel pose. Bring your palms beside your head, and on an inhale, slowly start to lift your hips off of the mat. Keep squeezing your inner thighs together. Just a few last breaths here. And when you're ready to come down, tuck your chin in towards your chest, lower back down onto the mat, and maybe go ahead and hug both knees in towards the chest, doing any little movements that you need to do. If you want to go a step further, instead of hugging your knees in towards your chest, you can come into happy baby by holding onto your ankles, bringing your elbows to the insides of your knees, and working at pulling your knees down towards the earth. Start to slow down your breathing. And when you're ready, come into shavasana by lengthening your legs down onto the mat. Bring your arms wherever you're comfortable bringing them, palms facing up towards the sky. No tension through the body here. And just come back to whatever breath feels natural to you. Allow your body to be soft and heavy. And use this time for your body to integrate everything you've done for these last 20 or so minutes. Maybe closing the eyes. Bringing the focus inward. And thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this practice. If you did, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel, like the video, or even leave a comment. If you have any questions or suggestions for other videos, please feel free to send me a message and I'll be really happy to do what I can. Thank you so much. Namaste.